Good morning, everybody. This morning, Ron and I are going to take you for a walk through our little garden. And for those of you who don't know why things are set up the way they are set up, is because I am in a wheelchair and I wasn't able to get to our gardens for about 3 years. And Ron has worked really hard to build a ramp for me to get me down to the gardens. So the gardens are on both sides of the ramp. There's our herb garden, and over here, this is brand new. We're kind of just patching it together this summer. Herbs, we have some, you'll see wagons, and that is for easy movement of the herbs because we have these great big trees that cause a lot of shade, and we're in the midst of, getting rid of them. But until then, this is how we call it rounding up our wagons at night. We just put them in different areas so they get different sun. Everybody gets a little sun. We got some beautiful lemon balm there, and also some basil over here, and a lot of weeds. We're going to be working on that today. And then down here, a little bit further, we have some beautiful cantaloupe plants I'm super excited about. They've grown really nice. Got about 6 plants and a couple of watermelon plants over there. There's what happened to 2 of the trees that we got cut down this year, so we're working on it. And let's see if I can zoom over. This is our compost pile with our rabbits over top the compost. There's 2. There's Romeo and Juliet over there, and we put them on top of the compost, and so their droppings drop right into the compost pile itself, and it's great. We can go and stir it up and add water to it on a weekly basis. We got some shade cloth there because the sun kind of comes in the afternoon and really gets on them. So that is the herb side, as I like to call it. Now we're going down the last part of the ramp, and this ramp is a ramp that Ron built for me. Over here right beside the ramp is our Roma bed, and they're looking pretty nice. We had a really beautiful rain just the other day, and so they're appreciating it. There's a nice tomato. And this bed is brand new because he kind of built it on the back side of the ramp as he was building the ramp. So we're dealing with some not great compost and soil, but it's going to be okay. It'll get us through the summer. And right in front of the ramp here is our zucchini bed, and it's a bed I can't get into because the ramp doesn't go down that far. So this is kind of Ron's baby, and we've been getting some beautiful blossoms on it, so hopefully some zucchini is on its way soon. And then as we turn the corner, we are going to see the front of the bed that we saw walking down. And these are all basically Roma or smaller tomatoes. We have these cages. Ron built these cages a while back, and the reason why they are the way they are is because we have a lot of squirrels. So he wrapped some, what is that?
Tomato cage.
Yeah.
It's hardware cloth.
Hardware cloth around the tomato cage to try to help keep the squirrels out of it. And you can see the bird feeders in back. I love my birds, and so we have some bird feeders and bird houses around the property in the garden. And these are our stunning peas. This is our CPR bed. I've written about that in our blog, and so it's carrots, peas, and radishes. Now I pulled all of the radishes out, and our peas are taking off. We've enjoyed some in the garden or in the salads, and just planted some beans. So we're going to have beans coming along behind them and have hopefully do okay through the winter during the hot summer months. Here's some of our carrots. I've never had an easy time growing carrots. This is the most success I've ever had with carrots. So we're really enjoying this bed right now. So lush. And then this is another tomato bed we have, and this is more for our big tomatoes. Our beef steak are planted here. We're noticing that they don't get as much sun as the others, and so they're kind of struggling. Plus, this is a new bed too, and again, we don't think we got the soil quite right with it, but we will struggle along through it this summer, get what we can out of it, and go and do better. There's some beginnings of some beef steak. I also have some turnips in the bed. They're back kind of behind the cages, but they grow underground and tomatoes grow on top of the ground, so it's awesome. This is our cucumber bed, and they are just finally starting to do something. They were small for a long time, but they're finally starting to see some growth in them. And you'll see straw. I use straw for our mulch this year, and we weren't really crazy about them because lots of wheat popped up, and it's kind of been adding to the weeding chores, and we're not thrilled about this. Right behind that, you probably saw, is a slope in our side yard, and we basically throw all of our old branches and stuff down there, and we're just going to let that percolate there, and that eventually we'll make a bed out of it, but right now it's kind of an eyesore. And on the other side, I don't know if you can see them, is our pepper plants, and we've got peppers over there, so we have to get over there. One of the hardships of getting over there is it's another step down, and so building a ramp that I can get down is a chore, and it takes time. Ron does all of these on his own by hand, so between working full time and everything else, it takes time to get these ramps done. So that is a very, very small tour of our little garden. Oh yeah, our most amazing product, I almost forgot to show you, is our corn and our cherry tomatoes. I actually started the corn on a luke. I was just kind of bored, and I had some corn seed, and so I checked it out to see if I could get anything happening with them, and they actually grew, and so we potted them in bigger pots, and so there's 2 to 3 in a pot, and then we brought them out and we put them in a kiddie pool, and there's about, I don't know, maybe 12 plants, but let me see if I can zoom in here. We have ears of corn. I've counted. There are about 16 ears of corn, and people are going to tell you that you can't do that. We don't have enough for them to pollinate each other, but let me tell you, they pollinated, and we have ears of corn. So that's a lesson for all of us, is sometimes don't pay attention to what people tell you can't do. Go and try it and see if it will work for you, because we're just thrilled. I think I counted we have about 16 ears of corn. And then we have all of these feed bags left over from the chickens and rabbits and everything. And so we just cut them down, filled them with some soil, and planted the cherry tomatoes in them, because I have 2 beds of tomatoes already. I didn't know what to do with them. And there's the top of the corn up there, and we have tomatoes that are almost as tall as the corn. And the most fun part is that we have tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes. So this is one of the areas that we just really enjoy, and we just kind of chuckle at ourselves because we can't believe we've got ears of corn when we shouldn't even have the corn plants working, because we transplanted them. Everyone says you can't transplant corn, and so just sometimes don't listen to what everybody tells you and go and try it yourself. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the garden tour, and we'll talk to you later.